Yeah, kid. We look like we good. Let's go. Yes. That's 2 times. I know the vibes. She like, ooh la la, wee wee. Ooh la la, wee wee. She go, ooh la la, wee wee. They go, ooh la la, wee wee. On a Friday, ooh la la, wee wee. Best day, ooh la la, wee wee. Bless me, ooh la la, wee wee. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, when the people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you diddy to the left and take that, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Farris, what up, my brother? How are you? Happy Friday and all that. Shout outs to everybody tuned in on Instagram and on YouTube. Y'all know how we do every Friday night. When the time is right, we're going to come on. We're going to talk to the people fresh off work, too. Now, it's lit outside, too. I ain't going to lie. Harlem is a little shaked out tonight. You know what I mean? As I was coming in from work, get ready for work. But happy Friday. Best day. Blessed day. And it's blessed for a lot of reasons. Obviously, it's the Jumu'ah. So we can't, you know what I mean? We got to give everything good. You already know, my brother. Friday is Juma Day. Get prayed up. Get the suit of armor around you so that you can endure for the next week. It's rough out here in these streets. You know how they say, yo, it's rough on them YouTube streets. It's rough on them social media platforms, but even more rougher, for lack of a better terminology, right? It's the real life. Because once you finish swiping to the left, swiping to the right, swiping up and down, shorty look good, and come on, baby, come on. Like, as soon as the nigga open Instagram, it's like, like the Luke song come on, and all you start seeing is buns in your face, and all type of wild shit. But after you log off that, because you got to go back to work, you got to go to sleep, you got to do shit in the real life, it could be rough, it could be taxing. So for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to come out in your own way. Like the purple tape, you're going to come out in your own way, and whatever works for you, whether that's or whatever you do to, you know what I mean, get your little armor, etc. For me, is to go to Juma, hear the good word, take what I need or what I think I need, and get rid of the rest. But happy Friday to everybody. We got a little good show, you know what I mean? And we're going to pop right off with some family affair shit, right? Like if you caught the live on Monday Motivational Monday, I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. I'm just being funny, but I'm not. We spoke about maybe allegedly kind of sort of, because we don't know where the statistics come from. And the statistics was on the post of since 1997, which is a long time ago. 1997, like 1989, the number, another summer on some Public Enemy shit. That's a very long time. Especially if you're only 20 years old, 20, like you don't even know who Public Enemy is. Like, you know what I'm saying? More or less Spike Lee and Do the Right Thing, etc. and Radio Raheem, right? You don't even know who these people is. Love, hate. And again, we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube and my own personal channel so I can get my footage. So if you see me looking around like a circle, that's what I'm doing. But 1997 is a long time ago, right? And I was in Comstock, first jail coming upstate, first prison coming upstate. But anyway, the post was like, yo, since 1997 in the black community, oh, but you're black. In the black community, like, yo, cookouts and family affairs has been on a decline 47%. I said, damn, that's a lot. And we spoke about it. But I'm only bringing it up now just to reiterate a few quick points, then jump to this first topic on Friday, right, for today. I'm like, I can see that. A lot of people in the Gen Z and the millennials, you're a little sensitive. So Kanye West shit, damn, they so sensitive. Don't never fix your lips like to say something when you're going to end up apologizing. Let me know if it's a problem then. Aight, man, holler then, la. Y'all know the lyrics. Niggas is sensitive, right? And so when you have a little conflict, when you have a little pushback, you know, on whatever it may be, you feel like they're trying to play me. Family trying to play me. They don't give a fuck about me. And that's one aspect. The other aspect they were saying is the elderlies in our family and our communities is, you know, transitioning. They going on to the next life, right? And I'm going to see you at the crossroads. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to see you in the crossroads. That also was 96, right? Bringing it back. That's the reason, and it's a lot of reasons for, you know, the decline, allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, because we don't know where these statistics come from. We don't know who did the census. We don't know where this information is coming from. I thought it was a good little topic and we gave our little spill. But fast forward to now, right? What I said was, for me, well, I don't go to a lot of the outings. DJ Dollar, what's the word? Why I don't go to a lot of the outings is a lot of them is on these bum-ass holidays. That's number one. Like number one, I don't celebrate that. That's number one. Number two, I don't celebrate that. Like, no, not Mother's Day, not New Year's. We ain't popping off bottles. Although we did those things at one point in time. Now I don't celebrate any of that. Now Halloween, we don't celebrate none of it. We don't knock nobody that do. But, so I don't show up. And so maybe that could be a reason. Maybe a lot of people is waking up like, oh, they did such and such on this day. Such and such day, you know, they said don't do this, but we still doing it like we don't know. And then they Jedi mind trick you, and now all of a sudden you putting up Christmas trees, you got Mariah Carey in your house, and you part of the holidays like you Mariah or some Uncle Murder shit, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they want me to disrespect respectfully. Crazy shit, crazy. You part of the holidays like Mariah now, because you in your house at your big old age, you think you're doing something, and you putting stars at the top of the Christmas tree. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. I don't celebrate it, but I'm just, you know, drawing the attention to what we do. The Thanksgivings, the Valentine's Days, and you got to get Mama Love something for Mother's Day, even though you was a bad fucking son all year round. Now on Mother's Day, you want to call her, hey, Ma, I love you, how you doing, woo, 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 and piece of shit ass son or daughter, right? Now, because it's Mother's Day and it's May, they told you what to do. They put the commercials up with the big flowers and the teddy bears. And now here you come, hey, Ma, you know, I love you, woo, You're a bad kid. Let's keep it a buck. All of those holidays. And so anyway, that's why I wasn't showing up for a lot of them. And maybe I need to start my own show, like, yo, come through on this day. You know, my little cousins and my older cousins, etc. I love everybody in my family. Even the ones just with the last name and not really family. Because we spoke about that as well. You got the relatives, because they got your last name on some Dame Dash shit. I'm a hustler, babe. Some Dame Dash shit. You hustling for your first name and not your last name when it's supposed to be the opposite. Because not just you. Some selfish shit, me, ma. No, you hustling for your last name, not just your first name. That's why your mama tell you, yo, better make sure your drawers clean when you go outside. Make sure your socks is clean. So in case you get smacked by a bus, even I don't know why she always said that shit. Like, moms, why you wishing the bus on a nigga? Like, you get electrocuted by the third rail, you fell in the train somehow, some way, right? And I'm just being funny. As we start the show off every Friday as we normally do. Something happened when the paramedics and the people come, they can say, oh, he got hit by a bus, but his drawers is clean. Socks is clean because you stayed up late washing them shits in the cold water because there was no hot water. But your drawers is clean, your socks is clean. Anyway, the statistic now is that it's on a decline. But a lot of times when we do hang out with family on these holidays, when we get together, let's pop a little champagne, oh, some Jim Jones shit, pop champagne, oh, drink a little bit, smoke a little bit, eat a little food, maybe watch a movie or talk shit about, you know, who's clicking up and who's not clicking up in your family. You know, people be having their favorites. But you know what we're not doing? And I said all that to get to the first topic of today, right? John Claude, what's the word? If I said that right. John Lord, my bad. All that smoking weed. Stay off the weed. All that drinking, you know what I mean? Casamigos and all that bum ass shit, right? You Hennessy up. Ooh. Y'all talk everything else. Sports. Kobe, LeBron, Michael, Magic. You know what I mean? Who kids doing better than who? Because, you know, some families doing better than others. And that's just the reality. We all got 24 hours in a day. Hi, my guy. You maybe the name I was looking. Oh, the D is a little low class. But what's up, my brother? How you doing? Happy Friday. We vibing tonight, as we always do on Friday night. Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We live on YouTube and we live on Instagram, as we are on most Friday nights. Even though lately I've been working on Friday nights. But anyway, some of your family is competing. You know, who went to such college. Who did better, etc. You know what I mean? Who did better, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that because it should be healthy competition. This is a side note. This is my show. We have topics, but nothing is set in stone. We do what we want over here on Populous TV. We live, we rolling, we are unscripted, we authentic, that feeling, right? Rock with me. So we do what we want sometimes. It's nothing wrong with healthy competition. Whether it's with your co-workers who doing the best, whether you're in the boxing gym trying to get better self-defense, you know what I mean, fight off 3 crazy motherfuckers, or whether you know what I mean, in your own family, and you got kids, and you had less. Mommy was drugs, Papa wasn't there. Now your kid's doing better, but also your cousin kids is doing better, so it's a fake competition. Not only do who got the LeBrons and the Jordans, which is stupid, by the way, but who going to what college? You know, did they go to jail? Did they not go to jail? Is it unwanted babies? Is they having babies out here fucking up the bloodline and fucking up the legacy in the sense of if you can't feed the baby, right? Michael Jackson said, then don't have the baby. Someone's always. So that may be a little competition. But I said all that to say, what's not talked about? Oh, them finances. At some households, I'm sure, you know, for the people that may got a little real estate, may got a little business, or they may even be doing business with their family. Not just the relatives, but your family. You under the arm like Don Corleone and them. And you under us now with some punch shit from the first album. You under us now. And we working together. My seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. Right, like my son going eventually marry your daughter. We gonna put this shit together so that they living good in a couple of years. We making sure that the ranks is tightening up and we fixing these generational curses. It's a lot of ways to fix it. It's not obviously if you be the one to break through, you know what I mean, and get to the bag, then you can change a lot of people in your family's trajectory, right? But that's not the only way, because you may not get to the bag, you know what I'm saying? It may take a collective effort from a few individuals coming together as one. And being financially, you know, literate is one. So we're not talking about money. And I said all that to point out this first topic. How many minutes we've been on? 14 minutes into the show. We appreciate you. So I seen this on Instagram, and I recall it. I actually participated in two myself. So I understand the pros and the cons of this topic, which is, do susus work? And if you young again, like I started my show, you may not even know what the fuck that is. Like, what's a susu? Well, susu is when maybe once a month, maybe once every 3 weeks, maybe twice a month, or maybe once every week. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's involved in the group put up $100, $50, $30, throwing out different numbers because everybody tax bracket and what they got financially is not the same. I may be able to put $500 every month, no problem. You may only be able to put $20 a month. That's your reality, this is my reality. I'm not over you, you not under me. That's just the cards that we was dealt, and we playing the shit out of our hands till we get a better hand. Understand that? Right, that part. So we all put up money. So say it's 10 people. Let's do the math real quick for the slow ones that never heard of it. They don't know what it's about. We all put up $100 every week. That's $400 a month. It's 10 of us. So at the first week, you know, so let's say we give out the money at the end of the month. So 10 people times 4, you know what I mean? Do the math. One person gets it. We keep putting in that $100 every week. Then the next month, the next person. All the way to the circle. I like turtles. All the way to the circle was completed. Everybody got their lump sum. The thing with that is, like I said, I participated in it, and I think we was only putting $50 every week or every 2 weeks. This is like when I first came on. 2005, maybe 6 or 7, somewhere around there. Don't quote me, because I ain't said shit. Easy E, right? Rest in peace. That's in his reference. Sometimes people don't pay. Sometimes you got to hop up out the bed, put your swag on, look for the money. Where this shit at last week? You know what I mean? Like, people want to go first just to get the lump sum. And that's the bad side of it. It is some good side of it, if you can get with the right people. But whether susis or not work or not, why I brought up the family reunions and the cookouts and all that is down 47%. Because even when we do get together on the holidays and we smoking weed and we drinking and we doing the bullshit, comparing who got the better kids, you know what I'm saying? We're not really talking finances. Some of us are, but it's not happening in a lot of pockets, and that's why we lose. And that's why I quote Wu-Tang all the time. One, I'm a fan. Obviously, they're one of the best hip-hop groups of all times. Or some Muhammad Ali shit of all times. They one of the best. And there's plenty of fire hip-hop groups. And they got a lot of moving parts. But one of the critical things besides ODB, rest in peace, right? Wu-Tang love the kids. And my seeds grow with his seeds. They got a lot of highlight moments. But that's so critical because y'all know we're doing a documentary. Hopefully it'll be out soon. Where when you walk outside, we talking about where does your money go. Talking about, no matter where you from, Kareem Akbar, you are the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking all you niggas with me. I'm being funny, guys. I'm just being funny. Where does your money go when you go outside? It's Friday. Just got paid. Real popular song. Let's use today before we wrap up the first topic. You just got paid. You got paid $2,000 because your job pay you good after taxes, right? Your job pay you good. $2,000 after taxes. That's all right. If you living in New York and you budgeting right and you ain't trying to ball on the budget and be tricking on all them Instagram models, you might have a couple dollars. I'm being funny, but I'm not because I see y'all niggas out there. After you pay your bills and you do whatever, if you still got a couple dollars, then you good. But the thing is, do you have enough to go on the sushi? Because you stand, a couple of months or whatever going by. And so the point of it is that although you may not be doing as good as somebody else, is your family talking money? Are y'all putting money together? Are you scared to deal with people that look like you, but you're black? Because when you walk out your crib and where does your money go, the people that own the corner store downstairs in your building, they're Arab. They're Yemen. They fucking some other shit that the people be on. I'm not saying other shit, Albanian or whatever the case, right? When you hungry and you want to go get a slice because you living on a budget, you going to get a slice of pizza to Italians. When your clothes is dirty, you go to the cleaners. Where does your money go? Talking about just Friday, you got paid $2,000 after taxes. You feel like doing shit. If you want to go get us a Lucy, a pack of cigarettes, corner store, that's the Arabs. You want to get some chicken, Kennedy Fried, or the Texas, or Popeyes, it's probably an Indian, it's probably an Arab, it's probably somebody else. If you want to go to a 99-cent store and get some plates, you hosting Friday night, you having your family over, who we talking about, family, right? You having the family that you don't like over, you don't want them using your good china. So you go get some motherfucking paper plates. Who do you go spend your money with? Oh, that's the Asian, that's the, you know what I mean? That's the Korean, that's the other. Oh, you getting lit tonight, you having drinks. You know what I mean? You having guests over. Where are you going? To the China, to the liquor store. Who owns these liquor stores? So just to point out, where does your money go when you walk outside on any given day? It's not going to somebody that look like me and you. Most of the times. Yes, it's Caribbean style, you know what I mean? On 126 in Harlem. There's plenty of Caribbean restaurants and little eateries or African restaurants. Oh, but you're black. I know they got the skin tone for the complexion, but they're not FBA. Right? Right. I'm not trying to like separate us, but as far as labels and when we identify and if shit pop off, and we taking polls and surveys and overall the consensus, right? Or the census, people walking around to, you know what I mean, to see how many people that's, you know, of ethnicity and whatnot in one building. They got people knock on your door to do that, you know what I mean? Around those times, the census time. How many of your businesses is black that you go to spend your money with? Jamaica, they Jamaican, right? They West Indian, they come from the Caribbean, they Haiti, they Haitian, right? South by say and all that, they can do the dances. They Delhi boys, if you in Harlem, one of their little videos go viral and new niggas on their line. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking, I'm just being funny. They black, as far as complexion. You know what I mean? When you peel the skin back, yeah, they just like us. And I'm assuming, and I'm hoping, if shit pop off crazy, and it's a war going on outside, no man is safe from, that they gonna rock with us, and that we gonna rock with them. Keep it a buck, because we need the numbers. But that's where your money is going. So when the susu, yeah, if everybody is up, first of all, why are you not putting your money in the bank? In an IRA or a money marketing account or different account, even a savings account. And you say, yeah, you ain't gonna get paid shit off there, which you probably not. But a susu, you get what you put in. And how many reliable people is in. Whereas if you're able to put $100, one for you, one for me. Two for you, one, two for me. Three for you, one, two, three for me. You know the skit that we gonna quote today. Don't try to play me like I got a fucking flower pot head on some purple tape shit. Raekwon and Ghost. Classic material. One for you, one for me. One to you, two, like, I see what you're doing. You stealing under the table and you taking my money. And I could clearly count. So, and the susu is like, yeah, you're going to put $100 every week. That's 400. That's 10 people. That's 4 bands. In case y'all slow people in the back didn't do the math when we did this earlier. And we off this topic in like 2 minutes, right? 2 seconds. That's 4 bands. So you would get 4 bands per month. Now, if one of the people's flake out and you 8th in line, you 7th in line, how much money is you putting up before you're supposed to get your 4 bands, right? And does it even out? If you was to put it in a savings account, even if it's only getting 2%, and that's kind of generous for some, whether it's Bank of America, you know, TD Bank, and, you know, what have you, the different banks, etc. After 1 year of doing that, you still would come out with more money in the savings, or definitely a money marketing account, or even if you was invested in the stock market, even though it's up and down with Trump saying all this crazy shit, and you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something, especially with the tariffs and all that. With Canada at 35% in a couple of days, or, you know, he always switching this shit. It could go up and down. Are you better off? So we're going to end that topic with, first of all, try to keep educating yourself on finances. Jay-Z said, financial freedom, my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke. Fuck that. Especially if you got kids, because they didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be poor. They didn't ask for their fucking area codes to be 315, 212, 718. The first one was in New York, but the other 2 was. Like, they ain't asked for that. 518 upstate. You know what I mean? Like they didn't ask for their area. Just think about it. Side note, right? That's why the topic's taking a little long, because I jumped to a couple of different things. The Beverly Hills zip codes, they good, right? That's not to say they don't have life hitting them hard, and you know, life don't throw lemons at them, and shit don't get critical for everybody, no matter your financial status, because life, nobody goes through that unscathed. I don't care if you Mayweather. In the ring, you may be undefeated with the 52 blocks. Yeah, you know what I mean? Take that, take that. But in the real life, you're going to lose your moms. Your pop's going to die. You may get shot. You may have to file for bankruptcy. You may get embarrassed because you can't say epidemic. Certain shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody goes through life unscathed. We all going to taste that part. That's a fact. You can run from it. You can dread it, but the destiny arrives all the same. So we need to be mindful of that. But the fact still remains is you should educate yourself on finances. You should do what works best for you. Well, what may work for Lee, Popovich, Majors, I got a few aliens on the channel, and your life may not work for you. You may say, yeah, this nigga getting rich off of, you know, penny stocks, dollar stocks, or whatever have you, selling fucking peanuts. On the side, this nigga decided to sell fish and chips, even though there's plenty of places like that. He came up, he made 300,000, 400,000. Niggas is watching your every moves and they pocket watching. Like they was JT on YouTube, which is a phenomenal channel. I definitely advise anybody that's watching on YouTube right here or on Instagram, pocket watching with JT is a phenomenal channel. He really about that, breaking shit down to the very last compound. After you educate yourself, and it never stops. Who you could get money with may not always be family, and it may be family, and you shouldn't be afraid to shun one or rock with one. You know what I mean? Like if it's your family and you can't do business with them because them niggas is grimy or some Eclipse shit, grind, and like, then don't fuck with them. And I meant to say Noriega grind. Or if they honorable people and you can rock with them and y'all can get out the ghetto together, because it's rough in the GHE, TTO. Got to learn how to hear no evil and see no. Know what I mean? You got to learn how to spit acid, nothing but amino. That's a Jadakiss reference. And the ghetto was rough. And if you want to come up and come out, a lot of times it's hard to do that by yourself. You need help. So let's keep that in mind. Well, let's get to this next topic, though, because this shit is crazy, crazy. Shit crazy, right? I got the young lady talking her shit, and it's... this is like when you watch the video in hindsight, you can see that she was gearing up to do the most and do the worst. This lady right here.
Sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
No respect.
And it isn't funny at all. Okay. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. She keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending a little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man.
It's not funny.
That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you.
If y'all ain't see this, the story.
She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that to make.
I'm gonna stop it real quick. I wanted y'all to hear a voice, see a face. A lot of I asked some people in the comments. Y'all know I'll be in the comments. Yo, what's her Instagram page and what's the YouTube? Because they're like, she got a YouTube page too, like me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload my videos. I'm like, all right, she a content creator, right? And in this era, if you've been all the way rocking with Popovich TV, then you know 6 years ago, we not monetized, we still got low views. It is what it is. I think my content is fucking fire. Niggas don't give it up like how I give it up. That's just my opinion. And I'm gonna rock with me like Jim Jones. I'm choosing Jim Jones all of the time. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm choosing Jim Jones. Choosing Lee over you other content creators. But, you know, 6 years ago, etc., you know, we said, you know, we were shunning the content creator title at that time. Because I just, you know, I was talking sports. That's why in the intro, I'm like sports, hip hop, and interviews. I caught all that shit because that's what I wanted my channel to be about. But in the beginning, we was like, nah, we not really a content creator. We ain't going to do no shit to compromise our integrity to go viral. And I'm still not going to do that. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you watching from. I can have one watcher for the rest of my years. I don't give a fuck. Definitely not going to compromise to try to go viral. If I go viral, I go viral. But anyway, now in the era of content creation, that's why I had to go back 6 years ago. Because now I do see myself as a content creator. I think I'm pretty dope, like I just said. But in the era of content creation and people who create content, right? You'll have a McDonald's worker like this young lady right here, on her channel. Nobody dropped her information because I wanted to, before I came live, I wanted to go to her channel so I could see some of her takes, you know, what's her stance is, where she stand on business at, who is she? Because just watching, although in my estimation, she look a little off, she look a little cray-cray, she look a little deranged, and you know what I'm saying? Well, you just saying that because she unfortunately killed the mother of 6. All, you know, all the mercy and prayers to them. May the Most High have mercy. It's like I just said, it's rough in the GHETTO. Gotta learn how to hear no evil and see no. Like sometimes this shit could be crazy to where a McDonald's worker could feel slighted, feel like she was bullied, feel like racial slurs was thrown her way, but you're both, but you're black. And you want to go to South Africa, right? You want to go to South Africa, but there's apartheid. And black folks don't really get treated well over this, so why you want to go to South Africa and you're but you're black? Y'all know I quote that all the time. Joe Pesci, right? Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson, you know what I mean? 2 black women at that. And I won't even get into another prime example. If you follow me or you on Instagram, you might see under some of these posters where I put in fucking bold letters and capital letters. Another prime example of black women not being the most unprotected. You're not. You're not. The most unprotected don't do the most. You can't be the most unprotected and do the most. It doesn't even go hand in hand. How could it? You the most unprotected. You the most vulnerable. That's what unprotected mean, the most vulnerable. So you the most vulnerable out here, meaning we in the wild. This is motherfucking, you know, Discovery 69 and Discovery 2025 project, you know what I mean? Like, and you out there in the wilderness. There's lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, you want to be with the bear. You want to be with the mother. I was going to say tiger, but they would say they was going to be with the bear. You're going to be with the hyenas. You are a hyena. And although we don't know what this woman was going through, let's just take it that everything she said is the factual. That the manager was bullying her. The manager was sending her home, playing in her face, as we like to say. And them folks playing in your face. Is you dumb? The fuck? Is you stupid? Is you stupid or is you dumb? Right? Is you dumb or is you stupid? I don't know. And I don't care. I know that shit sound dumb as a fuck when you be reading it and it be under certain comments. That's just my take on it. The fuck? Is you dumb? No, we're not dumb. The fuck is you talking about? Right? She looked crazy to me. She looked a little off. What she's saying, how she's saying it. She's choosing her words wisely. Almost as to say, if when I swing back, this is going to be the reason why. And again, manager could have been overstepping the boundaries. We see plenty of posters, or now we may see plenty of posters of uncles who've been to prison, you know what I mean, did X amount of years, they don't do well with authority or people telling them what to do, and you know, they be mad at work because of the boss is some white scroungy nigga or some, you know, some white chick or just whoever, somebody who like, yeah, we was in the streets, you wouldn't be playing with me like this, telling me to sweep the floor, motherfucking clean the toilet and all that. Who you think you is? smack the shit out you. You know what I mean? I know how y'all niggas get on it. And I know how I can get on it because I did time too, and I might fit in that category sometimes. And I have had jobs where, you know, you looking at the boss like, oh, you know what I mean, all right, I'm gonna do my job. I'm here to do my task. I'm here to do my job with no pushback, with no problems. I gotta push the broom, I'm gonna push the broom. I gotta sweep the mop, sweep and mop. I'm gonna wring it out, I gotta do dishes, I gotta clean pots, whatever it is, because I feel like being on that yakisobe and that chili con line, you got to do the most. Pouring hot water in buckets and all that on the gallery, being the porter for a whole bunch of lifers, making motherfucking hot dogs and tater tots for lifers and motherfucking gangbanging niggas and being in the mess hall. Like, you know what I mean? There's much worse jobs in the world and you're not getting paid nothing. Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. You get nothing. You're going to get nothing working in the penitentiary. So I advise you get off that fucking fast track running to the penitentiary. Dumbass. And I get it. I was on that line too. Just like the sperm, when you shoot off, you know what I mean? When you bust off, the sperm is rushing to whoever gets there, everybody else die. Niggas is rushing to the penitentiary. Just to jump on that yakisobe and that chili con line for years. Don't rush to do that. But I understand the mindset at work. You come from prison. You come from a certain, you know, environment. Now you in the free world. You're free now. You can do what you want for the most part. You got your liberties. And now you're going to work with your motherfucking lunch pail. You know what I mean? Wakanda forever and Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. You go on a day every day, you know, you're going to work every day with your lunch pail. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put this right here for right now. You going to work with your lunch pail when your boss is a scumbag or they abusing. I recall my time to McDonald's before we dive a little deeper into the story, which is unfortunate, right? Mother of 6 being, you know, slashed up and stabbed multiple times by that young lady right there who I could see have some mental issues, and mental health is real. Not only in New York, not only in Harlem or wherever you may be from, mental health is an absolutely real thing. It's absolutely real. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely real. But I worked at McDonald's, came home, you know what I mean? And I was an adolescent, still young, you know what I mean? And it was ran by a couple of lesbo joints. I just, you know, do it like that. And they used to have parties for the workers. Some was my age. I was, 18, 17, 18. Around there, definitely 18, 17 for sure, right? And yeah, I had liked the little one girl, you know, from out of Brooklyn and shit, won't say her name. And we used to work together, and I'll be asking a little questions like, yo, what we going on these parties and woo, 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 and, you know, the freak offs. And I'm being funny because Diddy is spinning in the clip. And it just was a lot of girls working there. The two managers was some kind of two heavyset joints. In hindsight now, it's like, oh, these was two stickers to studs, right? Studded out. You all studded out, right? I peeped game, but, you know, I still was just young and, you know, not really knowing all the signs of what to look for. And I used to ask the person I used to work with who was training me. And I only lasted about maybe like 3 weeks on the job, and then they fired me because I was, you know, combative. I didn't really like how they used to talk or make me do certain things, like this girl, you know what I mean? And also just was the parties and how they used to always just go out and do stuff together. And there's nothing wrong with coworkers doing it, but I was young back then, so I'm gonna say the managers probably maybe was like 23, 22, maybe 21, and hanging out with somebody that's 17, 16, 18, 19 ain't really that super crazy if nothing is going on. But being how they was of the community and, you know, just a lot of whispers and people talking in the job, I used to always just look with the curious, you know, side eye, just keeping it a buck. And because I used to, you know, say certain things or they used to hear, they didn't like that. So I got sent home a few times like this young lady, and ultimately they sent me home, and then I never came back, you know what I mean? And then caught another case and woo, 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 and oh, you're going to go back and state, the law's going to change and you're going to do a little stretch now, you know what I mean? As a young youth handcuffed back of the bus, 40 of us, life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough or some Wu-Tang shit. So back to this young lady now. Just had to get my little story out. You know what I mean? My little story. And I think they fired me because they didn't want me to be around and see what was going on. And I think they was doing shit they really had no business of doing. And I gave them 21, 22, but maybe what if they was 25, 24, 26 even. Again, I was still in my teens, so I don't really know. I didn't ask how old he was, and I didn't know. But I figured it was managerial position, both of them, little heavy set, steady litty joints. Maybe they was 24, 25, and that's a little bit inappropriate to be around a 17-year-old, 16 in an erotic setting. I was about to say the same thing, healing, but maybe an erotic type of party, type of controller type of vibe. Like, now you got a chance to send me home if I don't do what? You know what I mean? Like, and again, I'm just, it's all speculation. It's just my story, you know what I mean? I'm sticking to it. But this young lady, she's like, yo, I got bills. Can you pay my bills? You talking to us like we your kids. I know what that's like too. Your boss, you know, you the boss at work, but I whip your ass in real life. Or you wouldn't even be talking to me crazy. And I remember I told one of the teachers in Comstock in '97, we keeping the theme going. We're going back a few years, right? Shout outs to K.O. Smith, whose birthday was July 4th. Champ. Shout outs to Champ. We love you, bro. One of the civilians that was teaching the pre-GED class, just talking out the side of his neck, talking crazy because we prisoners and we young and you know we doing time and we at the lowest of the low. Being locked up is one of the lowest points in life. One of the lowest points in life. People make no mistake about it. That's why I hope you run from it. A lot of niggas is running to it, but I hope you run from it. And he said some off the wall shit, some Mike Jack shit, and I spun the block back like, yeah, nigga, if we wasn't in fucking Comstock in this classroom, smack the shit out you, run down on you, do you dirty if it wasn't them officers out here, you even talking to me like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I ended up going to the box and, you know what I mean, meeting Hell Rail. That's when I met Hell Rail. After I, you know what I mean, shout outs to Muhammad, Hell Rail, you know what I mean? Out in Comstock in the box in B block, not D block, B block. And, you know, threatened the civilian, which is a no-no. So that's a tier 3. Fuck you 2 times, like the Do the Right movie, 3 times. And you go to the box, you lose your cell, you know, they pack up your shit and you go to the box. You know what I mean? And so going to the box in Mid-State, you know, that's when I met, you know, well, in the box in Comstock, Hell Rail, then we end up going to the same box together, and then we end up in Elmira together. Shout outs to Hell Rail, though. That's my guy, right? So I know what it's like this young lady, this young sister, but you was worrying about money, now you get 25 cents an hour. That's if you got your GED. You might not even get that. You might get 16, 15, 14 cents an hour. You worrying about getting bullied, you're going to be in there with, you know, butchity, liggity, and ooh, these haters on my body, shake them off. Like, you about to catch a body, Randy Moss. Somebody might catch you a body, and I'm not wishing that on you. You broke the law. You had a lapse of judgment. You know what I mean? You was going through something mental, and obviously I think she is. No excuse, no justification. Rest in peace and condolences to the, you know, the sister who lost her life, her kids, her 6 kids that was crying, and her whole family, because it's fucked up. It really is. You know what I mean? As a violence de-escalator and a violence interrupter, outreach worker now, when I, you know, come through in the community, I come through with a different lens, with a different mindset, knowing that violence is a disease. And if I come out of my building because my lady was getting on my nerves and you bumped me, then I'm going to transfer that energy to you by motherfucking cursing you out. And saying, yo, what the fuck? Like how we just said we hate that. The fuck? Stepped on my sneakers, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, smack the shit out you. Y'all know how I go. Smack the shit out you, bitch ass nigga, you stepped on my sneaker. But I'm not really mad that you stepped on my sneaker. I'm mad that I had an issue with my lady. And before I come out to work, before I come out to get on the train, the energy that she gave me, Tiffany, what's the word? Happy Friday. The energy that she just transferred to me, you bumped me, you step on my sneakers, I hold the door for you, you don't say thank you. Now I'm looking at you, and you know what I'm saying? Because violence is a disease. You know what I'm saying in my mind? Like, yo, the next motherfucker, or you stepped on my sneakers, you only say, excuse me? You ain't say, yo, my bad, bro. Ooh, I'm speeding. Okay. So now I'm telling my mind, and we know that the mind is a terrible thing to waste, right? You're going to do what the mind says. That's why manifestations are so powerful. Affirmations. You know what I'm saying? Before you could be good, you got to be bad. Before you can be bad, you got to do something. You got to try to start. Say that every day in the morning. I'm going to meet the person that's going, you know what I mean, give you that $1 million deal, or not really change your life, because only we can save ourselves. But certain things you say to yourself, you're going to win. And so now you're telling yourself, you're the next person that step on my sneakers, the next person that bumped me, the next person that look at me wrong, any nigga that owe me B, you know what I mean? You know how the motherfucking Mitch was doing that shit and paid in full? Any nigga that owe me A, I'm gonna kill these niggas B. You're gonna wild out. You're gonna crash out. And as soon as when somebody step on your sneakers, you're gonna crash the fuck out. And end up locked up, end up in jail. Woo, woo, woo. Is it all worth it? And what NiTe said. And what's it all worth? Can't take you with you under this earth. Richmond died and tried, but none of it worked. They just robbed your grave. I'd rather be alive and paid before my number's called. History's made. Some will fall, but I rise, thug or die. Making choices under the future that determines to rob, steal, and kill. I'm wondering why. It's a dirty game. Is any man worthy of fame? Much success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is. Like, we're going to see. This young lady spent the block. Killed this lady. Her manager, her boss, her supervisor. And it's a lack of emotional intelligence. It's a lack of stability. It's a lack of having compassion. Because a knife is personal. Like, it ain't nothing to, you know what I mean? Bust off them hot shots. You know, I often play around, even though I'm just talking some non-violent shit, right? It ain't nothing to bust off some shots. But now, when you're talking about getting up close and personal, when we're talking about Spartacus, when we're talking about getting personal, shh, shh, ha, ha, shh, shh, ha, ha. Or we're talking about shooting long range, busting sideways, shooting backwards just for practice. Ride or die with me. Ride or die like hopping in your casket, about to blow the L with you. On some Styles P shit. On some Jay-Z, you know what I mean? T. Reservoir Dogs. The knife or the gun? Shh, shh, ah, ah. The knife is personal. Because you got to get up and close on the person. And to come back and do it multiple times while the person is, you know, trying to live. She mentally disturbed, people. She mentally disturbed. And now you going away. And you going to jail now. All you going away, sis. Forever. Bail set at $25 million. 1.5. Say no names. Serial numbers clean. Say yes or no. Say yes or no, nigga. You want this 1.5? Because we're going to get somebody else to do it. 25 M's. You ain't got that. You ain't got $1 million. You ain't got nothing. You poor. You need that McDonald's money. I don't know if she got kids and none of that, but it's just sad. 2 lives is lost. Tragedy strikes because somebody couldn't, you know, think past go, and you end up killing your boss because they sent you home. And we don't even know, you know, if it was valid or not. Like I told you, that's why I started with my story about McDonald's. When I got fired as a youth and shit that I was saying, they was warning me like, yo, we can hear you. Watch what you say, but you know, you young, you don't give a fuck. You know, you think, you know, the shit don't stink and sky ain't falling. And so you push the limit, you push the envelope, and then you get fired. So we don't know if she was in there or doing the most. It's 2 sides and then it's the truth. But regardless, even if the manager was doing that shit, for you to spin the block, come back with a knife, slash and stab and kill and get real intimate and real personal, and they fighting for their life and you kill them, it's foul. It's fucked up. It's unfortunate. It's horrific. It's egregious. It's all of these words, but it also points to, like I said, we're going to get off this topic and get to the next topic. Mental health is real. And I know what it looks like just watching that video. I knew something was off. You say, well, man, hey, how you know that? You prejudging. You only know that because the story is out and she killed somebody. Nah. You could tell. You could listen and watch. And I know that because I've been around a lot of people who are mentally challenged, mentally disturbed, mentally got a lot going on. And when you look at the comments, which I didn't read really none of them, I'll just quote off verbatim a few of them that I remember. Oh, when you fuck with people money, you know, some people were saying, and we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. We live on 2 platforms and my own personal computer down here. That's why you see me looking in the circle. And I like turtles. Right? I'm looking in the circle because I'm looking at different shit, different cameras. I've been around people that's mentally challenged, put shit all on them, in the box or in jail, do certain shit like, yo, I'm about to get up out of here. I never pulled no stunts locked up, and I never really knocked nobody that wasn't crazy but wanted to go to Bellevue or wanted to get out of, you know, out of the cell or jail because mentally, if you've never been in these circumstances, in these situations, that's why you always hear people say, if it was me back in slavery time, and I've said it too, like, yo, they would have had to kill me because I'm just going off my mental, but obviously you're not there when you see all of your people, and they got guns and you don't, and the biggest motherfucker, they just butt broke him, you know what I mean, right in front of you, threw tar on a nigga, cut his dick off, did some wild shit to him, and you like, you know what I mean, like you in your mind in 2025, you know what I mean, you like, nah, I'm going all out, nigga, them niggas gonna never do that to the kid, you know, we know people that says that, right? I've said it. When you in jail, you don't know what you're gonna do, and you see people coming in there of sound mind, then all of a sudden they smoking cigarettes off the ground. Just like how you may see out here. You say, yo, they fucking maggots. Yeah, like he came in, he ain't strike me like that type of person. Now 5 years into the bid, and I did 10 on my second joint, right? And I did a few bids, and I'm not bragging about that because I made bad choices. So we never gonna, you know, put on our shoulders, yeah, we did bids. No, you made bad choices, and I wish I wouldn't have done those things in hindsight. But being there, you see people coming there with sound mind. Now they smoking cigarettes off the ground in the yard where niggas is walking. Now they messing with what we used to call chumps. You know what I mean? They might be calling them mooks or lizards, transformers, all the derogatory. I'm not calling, I'm just telling you what we used to call somebody that was straight, so we thought is now doing that. Or again, like I said, they may be beating themselves up in the cell, thinking about hanging up. And then you got some people that play the role, great fire, what's the word? Car, Mutar, Salaam. Then you got people that play the role. They none of that shit, right? They none of that. They not marshnool, the Arabic term. They not crazy, but they put shit all on their face. They take a shit, they throw it on police, they throw it on another prisoner, they rub it all on themselves. And what was training day, right? Denzel, when he was sitting at the table with the other police or whoever, and he's like, yeah, he found a way to beat the system. Talking about the dude who packed his ass with peanut butter. That sound crazy, right? Pause. But y'all know I don't play that game. That's for y'all to play in the background. Y'all playing pause. I don't play the game. But anyway, he like, yeah, he stuffed his butt with peanut butter. And then when he went to court, he act like he shitted on himself and started eating it, rubbing it all over his face. And the judge like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy. Send him to Bellevue, you know what I mean? Send him to, you know, psych ward. And now, instead of doing 25 years, you get some other time. You beat the system. It's people like that in there. So I had to just paint that analogy to say, I know what looks like. And as the saying goes, real recognize real. Well, if you real, then you can recognize fake, right? Right. You can recognize something that's fake if you're real. Just like you can recognize real. I'm going to recognize you being official, being thorough. Same way you can look a man in his iris and see the weakness. That's a RZA reference, Wu-Tang, right? You can look a man in his iris and see the weakness. So you can see a nigga that's not really sturdy, as they say out here. And she want to fuck with the Wu. You ain't sturdy, nigga. I peep game. You can see it. So I see people that did it to try to get out of doing their time. And then I see people like, nah, this nigga is really crazy. He will jump off the top tier and kill herself. He's bugged out. I could see it in that girl that stabbed that lady up. You can hear it in the voice. Her talking, her movements, the fucking color on her fucking hair. And I know a lot of women today, they be wearing all types of wigs and they be looking crazy. You know what I mean? Some of y'all look good, but some of y'all, most of y'all, be looking crazy. Got the yellow hair with the fucking yellow thing. You working at McDonald's. You looking like a French fry with motherfucking eyelashes on. Come on, like, you know what I mean? You know you crazy. And you can hear it in her voice. Like, yeah, one of these days, she gonna get what she deserves. And then you go back and you stab her up and you kill her, which is foul. Let's get to this next topic. We got maybe like 2 more, 3 more maybe. I'm not really 100% sure. We got a few more, then we getting out of here. But let's talk about this Casanat shit, right? Casanat just got a deal. Well, he just brokered the deal. Him and his inner circle on like Clutch Sports, LeBron James, right? Not 1, not 2, not 3. You're going to win all them chips. And you only get 2. But nah, shout out to LeBron, right? Not 1, not 2. Chill. You know what I mean? Put the pressure on Dwayne Wade. Nigga like, yo, chill, my nigga. We gonna get 5? We gonna get Magic? Nah, you ain't gonna get Magic. In total, you're gonna get it. But anyway, Casanat brokered a deal with his inner circle, and I don't know all their names. I ain't even gonna act like I know all his inner circle because I don't. But I know he did a good deal with Target. They giving him some money, right? And it was some backlash about that. But before we jump to that, let's talk about currency exchange. Being on for $1, paperless money, got him swiping white collar. Let him off the collar. Panther Sheet Tara. It's a great Fire reference, right? His new tape is Fire. One and all. Paperless money. It's really just paperless money. That's why I quoted those rhymes. Got niggas swiping white collar. So Target is like, yo, we gonna give you X amount, and I ain't even look to see what the deal was. He got his money, hopefully most of it up front, in case shit don't go well. But a lot of people was giving him backlash, giving him the backdraft, because they boycotting Target. You know, Kamala Harris, Shane Wynn, and the DEI, diversion, inclusion, equity, and all that, all that shit. And I'm saying it like that because I ain't benefit from it. Not saying that black folks didn't benefit from it, but I know since these talks came out a couple weeks, couple months back, at least the data I've been looking at, it was showing that we ain't really benefit from it like that anyway. It was the others benefiting from it. Oh, but you're black. And niggas was fighting for something we wasn't even benefiting from. All right, cool. A lot of people was mad. They had their panties in a bunch. And that's why we quoted Kanye West when we opened up this fucking show. Ooh, they so sensitive. Don't never fix your lips and halogen and say something when you going to end up apologizing. Let me know if it's a problem then. All right, man, hollering. Niggas are sensitive. So they're like, yeah, they not rocking with DEI no more, so we gonna boycott them niggas. Straight like that. Straight like that. Any nigga that owe me money, any nigga I see on these streets, paid in full, telling you, B, we boycotting these niggas. We gonna boycott all these niggas. And so a lot of people did. Let's keep it a buck. Walmart, Target, and any the other, little brands that they was boycotting. And first, before we continue, let me preference, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If you like it, I love it. Meaning, I'm black. I'm going to rock with black first. So if it's like, nah, we not spending our dollars with them no more. They don't rock with us. They don't fuck with us. They don't give anything back to us in our community. They in our community for 20, 40, or so LeBron. Not 1, not 2, not 3, no, 50 years. Passing down to their nieces and nephews and their sons and their daughters. And we passing down poverty to our sons, our nieces, our nephews, and daughters, because we just giving them our money. They don't give nothing back, unless it's a heaven up in Harlem, which the 20th anniversary is coming up. We talked about it on our last live, July 20th. Randall's Island Iconic Stadium. For those that want to come through, I'm gonna be there, pop up, right? The menu was crazy. Rest in peace to all our loved ones that we lost and that we keeping their memory alive. But anyway, if it's not a donation or a give back, then you don't see them giving back. And even when you go in there with your little t-shirts, with your little hats, your little hat to the back, you know what I mean? Like whatever you got going on, they ain't really supporting, they ain't giving you their fucking dollars. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? You kidding me or you shitting me? Like niggas saying home. You kidding me or you shitting me? Which one is it? Because when you go in they stores with your little brands, your little offbeat shit, your little icicles and whatever it is, you selling soap that you stole from them. You went in there and boosted the Dove soap. You know what I mean? And some motherfucking makeup and some shit you can't use. And now you in their store trying to boost it back to them. I ain't knocking you. You know what I mean? And we talking about Consignat for those that's just jumped on YouTube and we live on Instagram too. They don't donate back to us. They don't invest their dollars back into us. But we invest our dollars into them all the time. And what Jada and Styles P said on One More Step, gave them Jews, not Jews, Jews with the small hats, money for portions. Because they the lawyers, they own all the building. Like we gonna invest to their cause. We ain't gonna invest into our own, but because we break the law, we do certain shit, and they operate in certain spaces, we gotta go through them. Like MJ said on The Last Dance, all roads lead to Chicago. I don't give a fuck if it's Utah, if it's Seattle, if it's Magic, if it's the Indiana Pacers. No matter who it is, you got to go through Chicago. You got to go through the GOAT. That would be me. You got to go through them. If you want to, that's why people often play, so you better get you a Jewish lawyer. You better get you some friends in our place. Who do you think they're talking about? I mean, I know some black folks that sit in them places. You know what I mean? So most of them might be brought out and sellouts, etc. So we don't fuck with the people in high places most of the time. We go to the other because we think we need them to get off. But anyway, Consignat did the deal, and I'm happy for it. But black folks did boycott. Some are still boycotting. When you look at some videos on TikTok and different social media platforms, they say black folks are still in there. I don't know because I wasn't really going there anyway. I'm not going to say I've never been in there. I may have to go in there 1 or 2 times, but it's not a lot. I could go anywhere. I feel like I'm more of you know, comfortability. Like, all right, well, do I got to go to the Bronx to go to Target? Or can I get it from the 99-cent store? Or can I get it from Marshall's? Or, like, I'll go wherever it's convenient. That was the word I was looking for, convenient. I'll go anywhere. I'm not, like, stuck on a brand. And one, I always was like, well, if we know certain brands don't fuck with us, then I'm not going to fuck with them anyway. I've always been like that. Ever since I got off buying the expensive shit, spending my money with people that don't give a fuck, don't support back with their dollars, I've been off that wave. So if it's a black person or somebody that look like me from the black and brown or even Latino, I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to give you a shot. I do it all the time. And sometimes I lose out because the product don't be that quality or the service don't be stellar. They don't be to a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, I'm trying to support, but the attitude was off. And we know Wallow did the whole, yo, fuck that shit, B. We know half of your businesses is going to fail. And he got some pushback. But anyway, some people is on Consignat side. Some people is not. I'm on his side in the sense of, listen, young black brother, get your bread if you don't got to compromise your integrity or who you are as a person, as an individual. As soon as when you got to bend over and double dragon, when they used to lift you up and throw you in the air, what's the sound they used to make? Some of y'all probably don't even know what double dragon is. Like, oh, double dragon. We in 2K and we in modern warfare and all this other shit. I used to, Madden. I used to play with my small boys. You know what I'm saying? But yesteryear, there was a game called Double Dragon, and when the the Diesel nigga character, bad guy in the game, a certain move where he was fighting you, he would like pick you up from the waist and throw you in the air. But when he threw you in the air, he was like, you know what I mean? So, some people was like, we really ain't supporting that. And my thing is, whether you boycotting or you're not, are you spending money with black folks? That's number one. Are you boycotting because other people are doing it? how long do you keep it going? Who say when we go? And I'll bring up T.I. When he was going against Gucci, Fendi, Prada, but Gucci. But Mayweather was like, nah, I'm still rocking with him, and we know who he be fucking with. When do we keep our foot down and really stand? Because there's so many other things in our community, in my opinion, especially now working a lot with kids, seeing where we at, harking back to where I was at as a kid, the crimes I committed, you know, the path that I took, and a lot of my peers, right? And I'm not, again, for my bad choices, I'm not going to sit up here and brag and boast because those is bad choices. But now that I, you know, work in this space, it's probably with some of your kids, right? Oh, this nigga's popping, this nigga on TV that be talking crazy. This nigga be working with my kids? Yes. I be working with them and I be telling them the right stuff to do, what not to do, and how to move in a room full of vultures, how to get it out the mud and not make some of the same mistakes I made. So yes, and I do it proudly and I do it with passion. But back to what we talking about. You can boycott Target. Okay, cool. We boycotting that shit. Make them feel it. And I even seen my song quote Whoopi Goldberg from The Color Purple. Until you do right by me, nothing ain't gonna never come to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck them niggas. Fuck Target, right? They ain't sponsoring me. But is that where the energy need to be? And I know we can multitask. We can do multiple things at one time. But could we work with the kids more? What's up, Niche? Can we work with the kids more? Could we get some more resources for the parents to help work with these kids? You know what I'm saying? We need more resources for the community. Maybe that's the way of getting it, maybe it's not, but I always kind of feel like we boycott, we march, we do certain shit. We don't do a lot of putting foot in ass. We don't do a lot of that. We don't put foot to ass. Y'all know I got my cozy souls on. Cozy souls, cozy souls, cozy souls. We don't do a lot of foot and ass. We do a lot of marching, boycott. That's cool. Again, hurting them where they pockets is at. That definitely matters. That's why the boycott on the buses yesteryear worked. Cause like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna take you to work. I'm gonna make sure you get to school good. I got the caravan. Get in. You know what I mean? You was paying the bus 20 cents. Give me 5 cents. And I'm sure they was doing it for free back then when we was boycotting. But you hurting them financially. So I understand that that's more than effective. That's definitely fucking punch to the gut because they be like, damn, we needed these black niggas money. That's why we going, do Casa Not deal so his 23 million followers could rock with him and they could fuck with us back again. But it's like, nah, just because you rocking with one black person don't mean we going to jump back on the bandwagon. But we just got to pick and choose our battles. I think I got one more topic and we out of here because we've been on here for a little minute, a little over an hour. We about to get out of here though. It's the last topic. I think I got the footage, right? Let me go to TikTok. Go to TikTok. So it was this. I think this was in. It was definitely in New York. I'm not sure what borough it was in, but it was a black sister obviously getting her ass whipped, and I'm not happy that she was getting her ass whipped. Y'all do be doing the most sometimes. Kind of be doing the most. We'll discuss in real time if she was doing the most. But I only say that to say, with the narrative of the most unprotected, if you substitute most vulnerable instead of unprotected, then maybe your mindset, even if you don't want to agree with me, because I call a spade, it just is what it is, whether that's towards men or whether it's towards women, and definitely if you're black, we're going to come to the front of the congregation. And I'm going to just give you my opinion. Sometimes I'm wrong, most of the time I'm right. If you're the most vulnerable, like kids is vulnerable, you know what I mean? They could die in the water, people could just snatch them, offer them a lollipop, you know what I mean? You could talk nice, give them a smile, they're gonna smile back, get your little ass over here, and they're like, you can take advantage. Oh, your hair's so pretty today, Melanie, and all of a sudden, teachers is doing the most to their students. You know what I mean? Even when they're in their teens, right? So we know that the kids, they're the most vulnerable. In my opinion, they're the most unprotected. But the narrative online, Tony, there was no other way. It seems to be, because Malcolm X, and obviously we respect Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. You Malcolm X. Like the movie. At the end of the movie, you stayed to the end. I'm Malcolm X. When he was alive, giving us the truth. He was like, yo, black woman is the most unprotected person on, in America, on the planet, et cetera, et cetera. And it might have been that way. So we ain't going to say he lying. We're going to say he was telling the truth. Fast forward, 2025, is that still the case? And anyway, this is what happened with this lady right here.
I couldn't tell that I was getting hit in the head and everything. I was just trying to defend myself at the time.
Cell phone video shows 21-year-old Jada McPherson taking blow after blow.
It just all happened so fast. Her agenda was to pull my head. That was their main agenda. Like, it's 3 against 1, and I'm like 130 pounds, barely.
The fight started over an issue New Yorkers know all too well.
Parking is like hard to find.
McPherson says she was returning home from work when she was trying to park her car on Putnam Avenue near Onderdonk Avenue in Ridgewood, Queens, Monday evening.
The guy, he came and put a garbage can behind my car to like prevent me to park. I circled the block like 3-4 times. I came back and I'm like, it's been like 30 minutes and you're still here.
A verbal altercation with a man and 2 other women. Police.
She got her ass whipped by a lady and 2 alphabet community, we'll just say it like that, right? We got to use the proper terminologies and shit. Even though Trump's in office, I didn't vote for him, but it's like, his shit, blowtitious, Stevie, delicious, give me goose or some LL shit. Yeah, the remix to Flavor in Your Ear to put you up on game for you newbies, you niggas that don't go back and listen to hip hop. That was LL starting this verse off with his shit. So we don't got to go through those nouns and those pronouns and shit. I'm going to call you who you represent. But anyway, 2 men, whether they want to be women or not, against a real biological woman and then another woman. So number 1, you don't got no wins. I get it. You was about to park. I'm sure if you from New York or if you from Philly or Detroit or any inner city where the parking is hard to come by, you about to park. Or somebody come behind you and try to debo. Niggas try to debo. Because soon as when you walk out your house, you could be subject to violence, whether you Gandhi or not, and you like this. No, niggas smack the shit out you whether you want that peace shit or not. Like, I don't give a fuck if you want some peace shit. Fuck out of here. Bitch ass nigga, eat a dick. And you like, oh shit, it's my ears, my eyes. And I hate to be graphic like that, but that's the truth. That's the reality. You could be on peace. Come out your house just listening to Lenny Wilkins, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's a lovely day. Get in your car, come out, and then the most happen. The most happen, and you getting stomped out. You getting hit in the head with a hammer as an older lady. It ain't no fucking mercy. It ain't no rules, and niggas be out here doing the most. Men and women. All races, all ages, all sizes. That's the real reality. So, you about to park, but they throw the garbage can right behind you. So you on the right, because you found the parking first. So we going to say she right. That's the rules. I seen the parking first. I got there first. You can't come behind me, try to put your car in and then say you was there or throw something there or stand there because your girl or your husband or your brother is coming around the block to try to take the parking. You can do it. People do it. But as far as the unwritten rules and regulations, you violated. This is my spot. However, as a thinker, you know what I mean? Not thinking emotionally and in your feelings and being mad, even if you can fight. Because even if you can fight, unless you really know some art and you know how to do, karate or self-defense, etc., fighting 3 people is going to be challenging. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's going to be challenging. Unless the 3 people you fight absolutely don't have no skills whatsoever, so you should easily be able to fuck them up real bad. You a female. You looking at 2 trans dudes or 2 gay dudes that's looking like 2 snaps in the finger. You know what I mean? Like all you get is 2 snaps up in the finger. They gay as a motherfucker. Flaming with it. They still men. When they pee, they might sit down, but they still got nuts hanging. So they still got strength more than you. Then you add the chick. What make you think you're going to get out your car, talk crazy to them? And I stopped it. The video was actually her swinging back around like, yo, in hindsight, I should have stopped wait a minute, think about it, about to put myself in a fucked up position and fight two men. That's fruity, that's gay, that's flaming. And as you heard the reporter say, took blow after blow after blow, and they whipped the skin off her ass. Bad, it was fucking up. I'm watching the video like, damn, this could be my sister. I have to kill these niggas. But why are you trying to fight men? Even if they 2 snaps up in the finger, why are you trying to go at men? Are you not, know what this New York? Road rage and people do the most for less. People do the most for less. Niggas is in a race like to get to the fucking embryo and the egg in your mama. Faster than the sperm cells to go to jail, to crash out, to wild out. So the same way you do defensive driving, so you don't fuck your car up, because you got to pay that $1,000 deductible. I got $1,000 deductible. Shit, even the damage got to be super crazy. I was like, damn, I still got to pay $1,000. They trying to take your bread. They ain't playing in New York City. They trying to take your bread. You get into an accident, $1,000 deductible, $500 deductible. You only got liability. You know what I mean? Well, you got to have full coverage, I believe. But you get the point that I'm saying. Shit not even your fault, and you still got to pay. So you got to think. Same way you do defensive driving. Oh shit, niggas is trying to play like also like the reporter said. I done had to drive around plenty of times because I ain't got no house. I'm not pulling up in no driveway like most motherfuckers. So you got to drive around looking, even though you may know what blocks to go to get your little parking, but it's days where you spent an hour and a half, 2 hours. I know people like, damn, I wonder what the record is, because that shit crazy. Crazy shit crazy. You driving around a block for 2 hours looking for parking because you don't want to pay the $20, the $30. You got an SUV, that's $35 overnight. Shit get costly, right? And so you know what it's like for people to try to bully you or, you know, the parking is crazy. But still, when do you use this and say, damn, it's 2 dudes, it's a chick, they trying to play me because you put in the garbage there. You see me parking, but you gonna put your garbage there anyway. You want some bullshit. You gotta think that even though you might be mad, all right, get on the phone for her. Cause after she got her ass whipped, what did she do? She got on the phone trying to call a man, right? Because men and women are not the same. In certain places we are, in certain, you know, aspects of life, because we all human. But in certain dynamics, in certain spaces, we're not the same. The Most High didn't make us the same. That's why we need both to procreate. Can't be John and John, Leslie and Leslie. Like, we need both. Even though it's ways to do it, artificial insemination, shit. You know what I'm saying. But in the overall grand scheme of things, you need one and you need the other. One is soft, one is hard, one is this, one is, you know what I mean? But the point is, after she got her ass whipped, she got on that bat line faster than I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get some real men to whip your ass because they was of the other community. But what if she would just said, fuck it, they put the garbage there, I know they on some bullshit, it's a long day, but let me just drive around the block again, or let me move around and, you know, leave these niggas alone and just peep game of who they are, then I'll point them out for the future. That they try to play me, maybe my cousin or my brother or my boyfriend or my husband could protect me. That's what it ultimately boils down. I know you could call the police, you know what I mean? Harlem Love, what's the word? You can call other people. We living in the modern era. You don't really need a man per se, because men will come to do the work if you pay them. And what Al Bundy said on Married with Children, if you build it, they will come. So yeah, you got a couple dollars, I need you to give me a back rub, because I know man want to touch this big back fat, because I eat bacon, egg, and cheese every morning on that bum-ass bread and them bagels that you shouldn't be eating. So your back is a little large, and niggas ain't checking for you. But if you got a couple dollars, nigga will come through and give you the tax refund treatment. Give you that tax refund treatment, baby. Treat you like the queen of bee of Zamunda. Nigga hop on 1 foot for that 3 bands. Like some people live that lifestyle. You seen the Cassidy and Diddy trial. $1,200, I'm gonna slide through, knock you down on your period. It's crazy out here. Crazy. Shit crazy. But I gotta go to work tomorrow, so we're gonna get out of here. That was the last topic. Just be mindful, folks. Everybody don't got common sense. Everybody's not thinking on the same wavelength. It is some people on demon time. It is mentally disturbed and deranged people out here. So You know, you at your job doing your best, trying to be the best manager around, and I'm not trying to make light of that story of the lady losing her life. I'm definitely not. But you at your job doing what you want to do, being the manager, and then you send somebody home, or you have a confrontation with somebody. Eminem, right? Let's use Eminem from the Car Wash. Tied the boss up, came back, you know, playing out his character on the big screen like he rapped about. Come swing the block on you and kill you and tie you up. You know what I mean? And pume you on some Deadpool, pume you and kill you. And you don't know who you're dealing with. You may not know. It may be too late when you know. Courtesy and respect goes a long way. That's why I always, what Lil Wayne said, I walk light so I don't piss the ground off. I don't fuck around. I say my prayers and get my arm. I be respectful, because for men, more so for women, and I'll end it with this. If you a man and you watching now on YouTube and Instagram, I appreciate you, but you know what I'm about to say is true. Anytime it's a confrontation with a man and another man, even if he motherfucking think he a woman, it's a chance for violence. It's a chance for confrontation. So even if you ain't on that, you could again be Gandhi. Walk out your house singing Lovely Day, and you know what I mean, soul to soul, keep on moving. You could be in the zone, but other people is not in your zone. They there look in the mirror, brushing their teeth, singing affirmations and getting their energy up for the day. They down. They girl pissed them off. Somebody fucked up a pack. They lost money at the dice game. They mans just got killed. Whatever the case is, they father beat the shit out of them. They on a different type of time. And you going through your day, women in their phone. See it all the time. Again, women in your phone. You know, as again, I'm outside in the community. I'm working with kids. We outside. So I see women all the time. Summertime is nice. Headphones on, walking in La La Land. And I know some of them know me listening to shit. They just don't want to hear a nigga like, hey, ma. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna slide tonight and we gonna get it right. And now, like, they just don't want to be bothered with that shit. So they got their ears covered up. They don't want to be bothered. But, oh, a fire truck is coming. You get hit by a motherfucking fire truck, that's your ass. A dog come running out of nowhere, you can't even hear for those that's really listening to something. Nigga ain't even really trying to holler at you. You look good, but your attitude stink. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta be more mindful. We need to be more mindful. And that's what I got for y'all tonight. We're gonna talk about that Nicki Minaj shit. Hove, I know she was spinning in the clip. A couple other topics I could have talked about, but we out there. I gotta get up early tomorrow, and I just got off work and it's 1 o'clock now. But y'all know who y'all was tuned into. Popovitz from Popovitz TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Be safe this weekend, guys. Stay alert, stay active.